My father died of cancer in 2015, and he was diagnosed. I apologize. He was diagnosed, and I didn't know like how to handle it. I was really he had had cancer, like living with cancer for many years, and then it got very serious real quick. And I was working in IT, but I was always in a writing capacity, and that's my background, is actually family stories. And I just said, you know, I'm going to capture my dad's story. So it was going to be for me and for my family. And it was just this beautiful process and experience. And we are a life story book company based here in Jefferson Park. And we capture people's life stories through personal interviews and create keepsake books for families. So we've done stories for, you know, grandparents. I've done retirement books for just, you know, people just retiring and wanting to look back on their career. I've done milestone birthday books, even at like 50, where, you know, just families get together and or groups of friends and they just want to celebrate someone and tell stories about them. So our company's called Memoir for me, and memoirs are just snapshots, right? So highs and lows, and kind of like when I think it's like a movie trailer. I think, you know, kind of just the best parts of a life, or just the, you know, sometimes I do memoirs that's just around a career, like I said. So it's just kind of, you know, personal accomplishments, but also like, you know, the mistakes and the lessons that were learned. Those to me are more powerful than the acclaim, right, and the accomplishments. It's like when someone can truly be honest and talk about, you know, when they stumbled and how did they get through it, and how did it change them, right? You know, to me that's more powerful story than, you know, awards and recognitions. I'm always floored by how honest and like raw, like usually there's tears. And like, I mean, you know, some of the people I work with I've known, or like, you know, are friends of friends, so there is somewhat of familiar, but, you know, in the last year, most of my clients are complete strangers, and, you know, so I'm always really impressed when we can get to the emotion. Very heavy on photos. So to me, the pictures are just as important. They're all retouched and, you know, color enhanced and all that. And some of these pictures are in terrible shape. Like, I remember this one, you can still see that, you know, there's a wrinkle there. I mean, there were wrinkles all over the picture. So we do a lot of work trying to get these pictures looking nice again. Don't take people in your lives for granted. To our elder generations, that you have a story to tell, and you need to be telling it in whatever format it is. So our motto is everyone has a story. And just seeing their reaction is just makes it all worthwhile. Like, there's usually tears, or just, you know, or like families are reading it and they're learning things about their loved one they never knew, you know? Like, I mean, that's why I do what I do. Janet and Ann's Haven were really pivotal. That was like at the very beginning of my company. Like, I was here in 2016, I think, maybe some 2017, when I was still trying to figure out who we were as a company. At that point, I was doing more classes, like DIY, tell your story, here's some tips on how to do it, some, you know, writing workshop type stuff, and it was great. I mean, this space, what Janet has done here in Portage Park is really special, and she was very helpful to me as a business and as a person when I was first starting out, and I'll always be grateful for that. It's such a great space, owned by such a beautiful person, and there's not, I don't know of any other place actually that's really like this, that's just warm and cozy and for women, and to just be themselves and tell their story.